everybody. It is Circle Luna time, which means we have another calming activity that you can take part in from home, wherever you are, and wind down for your day. Now tonight I want to share an activity that I actually taught when I was teaching outdoor education, and it's one of my favorite, especially evening activities. Evening is a great time to get outside and do this. Now you can do this in your backyard, you can do this in a park, you can do this in a city, you can do this in the countryside, in the middle of nowhere, kind of like camp. You're going to start off with or without a pen and paper. Now you can do this just mentally, just thinking it through. You can also write this down and actually do it visually if that's something that appeals to you and might help you track things. Because we're going to make a sound map. Of course, we've all seen maps before, right? We see these maps that tell us north, south, east, west, like our cabins. We see them where they point out areas and landmarks around us, roads, rivers, that kind of thing. Well, there's so much more than just what we see happening outside. And oftentimes you pick up on the really loud, the really big things, but making a sound map can help you pick up on the smaller details. So for me, I'm gonna just think this through and talk you through what I'm hearing. But for you, like I said, you could write this down, you could draw it out, you can use a pen, paper, pencil, colored pencils, whatever makes you happy. You're gonna start off imagining that the very center of your paper, maybe writing the very center of your paper, is where you're standing. You are starting off at the beginning of a blank slate of a map. And right now, you are right in the middle. Very quietly, very slowly, sitting or standing. You're going to start to listen. I'm sure you can hear some of the birds singing around me. I think I especially I hear them coming from this direction. And maybe a few over here too. Maybe a small one that's a little upset with me being here. So what I'm gonna do, if I'm writing this down or drawing this, draw those birds in. They're now a landmark in your map of where things are happening around you. The thing with a sound map is it is gonna change. That bird is also another thing that can move and fly around. So of course your sound map is going to change as time goes on. And that also means it doesn't need to be perfect. Just write down what you're hearing and a general direction of where you're hearing it from. You might find it necessary to turn. Try to keep your feet or your seat in the same spot. It'll help you get a little more accuracy. I think out from behind me where I was standing originally, I hear some traffic. We're still not too far from the road nearby, and I'm hearing some of that. Sounded like a small insect just flew maybe 5 feet in front of me. So maybe I'll mark that if I'm writing this down. I'll mark that as closer to me. If a sound is really faint, you know that, like that road, I can hear it, but it's a further distance away than the bird. I can kind of guess is probably maybe 30 feet over in these trees, and I actually see a few of them flying. Do you hear them? Yeah, they're definitely a little annoyed that I'm here. We won't stay too long. Starting to hear from directly behind me as well, the breeze rustling the leaves of the trees. You might be able to see through the camera that there are some treetops and some leaves and branches starting to move. Where we are, I'm protected on both sides, so I don't hear that wind quite as close, but it's in the distance. And it looks like that gust might also start to kind of push its way through, because I'm seeing it now also back here. And you can think about, oh, there's that wind coming towards me. Think about where that direction is located. Maybe it's north, south, east, west. I think right now we're seeing kind of a southwest wind. And just like that, you're going to continue to fill out your sound map with little details, little noises, sometimes things that you will spot with your eyes, putting them near or far based on where they are in relation to you. And when you're done, you'll have a sound map from the moment that you choose to start this activity. Thanks so much for joining me. I can't wait to see y'all again soon. Have a good night.